Hello? Hello? I don't know if this is working. Hold on. Okay. Oh, give me 2 seconds there because I am still... Okay, good. You can hear me. That's fine. Hello, hello, hello. I'm like bricking it at the moment because like, yeah. Okay, I don't know why it's cutting. So hopefully it doesn't keep doing that. Is it okay? It says everything is fine now. Did my audio also cut out? Because if you can still hear me, at least maybe I can still try and be a bit entertaining. Oh, hi Demigod and Cryptic Draws. Thank you for joining. And Jonathan, hi. I'm like super nervous. It's been years since I've streamed. So I'm like totally on edge, but like it's fine. It's fine. I'll just need to get used to it again. Plus I've never actually streamed to YouTube, so this is definitely new and weird. And I'm glad actually, I know my setup isn't terribly pretty, but it's all I could do for now. Yeah, it is early for you, isn't it, Jonathan? I was very impressed that you joined and very thankful. Thank you. Okay, good. Okay, so also actually I have music going on. Is that working? Hi Jake. Hi Underhill. Glad you could make it. Thank you very much. Oh, okay. It's not. So, no music. Maybe if I turn it up. I don't want it too loud, but I want it to be nice and chill. Okay. Can hear the music quietly. Okay. Oh yeah, I just want it to be background stuff. Okay, that's good. I did want to get like Pokemon related stuff, but I got scared about all of the copyright stuff, so I decided to go safe and try some like lo-fi stuff. First stream that you've caught, that's because it is the first stream. Okay, I think I'll just kind of get straight into it. When I did that poll, was it like a week or two ago, and I asked people what they wanted me to do, there was kind of like, there was a tie between new Fakemon and NPC designs, and then the NPCs won out, so I thought maybe I could just kind of go between both of them, if that's okay? I don't know. I thought I would start by designing my champion character, because I've done my Elite Four, and I still need to do my champion, and I just thought that might be a kind of a nice, poignant way to start. Hello, Moogly Eyes, and Joe Numbers. I think I already said hello to you. Sana Pond. Hello. Willow, hello. Because of my ADHD brain and lack of stream to run on, I'm replacing my prehistoric region for a mythology region. Ooh, what kind of mythology? Like a mixture of mythologies, or a particular region? Oh yeah, the Pokemon from Memory one, that was a stream that I did on Twitch years ago, and then I was like, oh, I might as well just upload it to YouTube, but I didn't do it live on YouTube. Okay. Oh my god, there's already 25 people. Okay, thank you all so much for joining. I really appreciate it. Okay, cool. Okay, I'm just gonna start because sure, the point is for me to draw, so hopefully it doesn't lag and hopefully it doesn't cut out again. Fingers crossed. Okay, so I guess I'll just do it. Also, if you have any questions about my process or what brushes I'm using, please feel free to ask. That's always fine. Okay, I'm being told apparently my audio isn't high enough. Oh no, that's okay. I want it to be in the background. That's okay. That's okay. Sorry, my partner was just kind of like trying to say that the music wasn't loud enough, but I think if it's background, it's fine. Hi, James and Grim. Hello. Yes. Okay. I have a very kind of vague idea already of what I want. Am I on the right brush? Yeah. So that's another thing as well. Once I kind of get really into it, I may go quiet, so just bear with me. I still need to get used to streaming. So my idea for my champion, right, is because, like I said, I've done my Elite Four members already, and they're based on the 4 Irish seasonal festivals. So Imbolc, Bealtaine, Lunasa and Samhain. So spring, summer, autumn, winter. And I was thinking that I wanted my champion to look like a traditional goddess, like an Irish ancient saint or goddess or something very, very kind of deific almost. Hello, Red Panda. Thank you very much. That's fine, no problem to lurk. That's no problem at all. No problem, Jake, as well. Like, there's absolutely no obligation to chat away. Like I say, I'm also going to be distracted, so we'll see how it goes. I might kind of change how my ideas go as I draw as well. I also want her to be like a bit of an older woman, very lithe and elegant, but I think we're due for an older lady champion. So not flowing blonde hair, I was thinking flowing grey hair. So her proportions are a little bit too young looking there. So I have a couple of like backup ideas as well for Fake Mon if I get to it. I don't know how long any of the drawings are going to take me. So like I said, it's going to be very chill. I want it to be chill. And yes. Also, obviously, I have to say again, like, thank you all very much for supporting my channel and, you know, for getting me to 10,000 subscribers. Like, I'm a bit on the fence of trying to be, like, placing too much importance on it because I don't want to do that. I don't want to make it sound like I only care about that. I don't really. But it is obviously very, very nice. So I kind of want a bit of movement. I want her to be very still and kind of regal looking, but her hair to be, I don't know if you can tell from my other designs, I love really, really long hair. And that is something that I've kind of got from when I was very little. I used to always have a bob when I was young and my mum would never let me grow it out, so I became really obsessed with long hair. And I've had that ever since. Thank you, Grim. And Jonathan. You've put money on the champion having been modelled after Michael D. No. You know, but feel free. I mean, like, there are lots of people doing Irish regions, so, you know, maybe they'll come up with that. I'm actually just going to get my sketchbook out where I have my pre-scribbled ideas. Well, on Underhill, okay, so you said considering the other world in your region, I wonder if she came from it as well, and maybe she's much older than we know. She could be. I kind of like that idea. I keep saying I'm a Gen 1er because that's the first generation that I played, even though it's not actually my favourite gen. But I still always really, really liked the idea of, you know, the Elite Four and the Champion are just there. Like, you never meet them beforehand. They just exist in the context of the Pokemon League, and they're kind of weird and mysterious. And I kind of like that. I like that mystery, that they're just there and there's no context to them other than that. Oh, I better go back through the chat a little. Thank you, Jake. And hello, Theo. Oh, thanks, Grim. I probably should read out the chats as I read them. Hey, found your channel a few weeks ago. Really enjoyed the quality of the design and art, and the level of thought and balance behind the designs, and their myth connection is really good too. As a fellow Irish, it's great to see it done this well by a native rather than from the outside. Really made me consider our bizarre myths once again. Keep up. Thank you so much. That's really nice. Yeah, I mean, I've always really, really loved mythology in general, and I just love Irish folklore and myths as well. I just always kind of loved the weirdness of it, and how, like, Irish folklore seemed to have so many humanoid fairies and creatures and stuff. Like, I know there are animalistic ones as well, but I always just kind of thought it was funny that most other cultures seem to have, like, strange animals or strange monsters, and then Irish mythology is very fairy based, which again are all very humanized, or like weird humans. So I love that aspect of it. Hello, JHDBD. I don't know how you're going to say that. JHD, is that okay? My starters for my mythology region are grass flying type Springheel Jack Bat. Ooh. Fire Dragon, Welsh Dragon, and a Water Ghost. Tambano Cano. Don't know where I could put the designs if you wanted to see. On here, I have no idea. But through Instagram, I guess? I'm not really sure. What is my favourite gen? It's hard because I like specific aspects of all of them. I would say, I guess, I like Gen 2 because it has Johto and Kanto, and I like the more traditional vibes of Johto as well. Is there any region I don't like? I wasn't a fan of Unova. That's black and white, isn't it? Yeah. But I did like black and white too. I thought that one was better. Actually, this is not at all what I'm trying to copy. Oh yeah, actually, I have some reference images over here. These are kind of like my vague inspirations as well. Specifically the bottom one. I just found them on Pinterest. But this is kind of the vibe that I'm going for. Not as much greenery, but that solemn kind of regality. Yeah, that's what's great about old Mons. Modern Mons over-explain. Yeah, I think they all have their pros and cons. Like even Gen 1, a lot of the Gen 1s are kind of famous for being crap as well. But like that's going to happen in any gen. I never played Gen 1. My Kanto experience was Soul Silver. But like any region, I'd choose Bulbasaur since I always choose the grass starter as a non-negotiable thing. That's funny because I always choose the fire. That's kind of like a little tradition I started with myself when I was little. No matter if I liked it or not, I would always start with the fire. Okay, this is just going to be quick concept stuff. I'm not sure if I want this angle. To me, your Irish region has been one of the most impactful regions I've come across, and I've seen a lot since you're actually from there and are aware of the law. I'm finding it really surprising how much people put so much stock into the fact that, like, I am Irish doing an Irish region. Because I've seen so many people make regions that they're not a part of, and I think it's just research, really. I mean, like, I can't even say that I'm super knowledgeable about every aspect about Irish culture either, but I do what I can about the bits that I do like. But yeah, it is interesting. So, like, I've got several comments on my videos as well saying, like, they like the fact that I'm Irish and doing it, which is nice. But I think as long as you're kind of willing to, like I say, do the research, then I don't think it should matter, really. Let me see. Do you prefer a monotype champion or mixed teams for them? Oh, definitely mixed. And I think for this particular region, because I was saying that the gym leaders are going to be based on cultural themes rather than type themes, then that should apply to everybody then. So I really want to get this particular texture. Okay, she doesn't look old yet, but we'll get there. Thus far, you've only occasionally mentioned existing Pokemon as living within this region. How much do you see it having existing ones? Oh, I have, like, my Pokedex written out, and there are a lot of existing Pokemon in it. So, I mean, ones that I feel are fairly obvious, like, you know, the Clefairy line and the Hoppip line as well, I think I put in. I do want to do a convergent Sandygast and Palisand at some point based on, like, you know, Blarney Castle or any one of the castles. Something like that. But yeah, no, I actually can't even remember the other ones that I put in. But yes, I think I have I think I have a Pokedex of about 100 Pokemon, which includes previously existing ones. But I obviously would like to have more original ones as part of it. I really like that with the ones in Gen 5 where you hear almost nothing about them and then you get there and there are 4 super strong and super well designed trainers. Yeah, I think there's something to be said to have, like, some mystery about kind of end game trainers and stuff. In the same vein that I love with the what are they called? The legendaries in, like, the first couple of games. I know there was a little bit more of a story around, like, Ho-Oh and Lugia in Soul Silver and Heart Gold, but in the original Gold and Silver, you kind of just, again, came across them on your own. And same with the legendaries in Red and Blue and Yellow. You didn't know that they were there and you just kind of had to accidentally come across them. And those are the type of legendaries that I like. You know nothing about them, you've no indication at all that they even exist, and you just kind of happen across them. Yes, hello, Balu Lulu. Welcome. You could DM them. Well, hold on, where did that message go? Could you DM them if you want? Yeah, sure, if you want to. Hey from Dublin, well done for joining. Where's the water type, love? I thought I had a good few water types. Or are you just saying that in general, like, to other people? Do you get Kai Jensen? Yeah, there's plenty of water type love. fire starter chooser. Gen 3 used to be my favourite for my whole life, but I've started realising Gen 7 is my favourite now. I'm so bad at remembering which one is which. 7 is Alola, right? Kind of want a little bit more movement in this. Okay. I want her to be a little less young looking. Though, actually, I do really like the idea of her being very tall. We'll figure it out. There's a lot left to do with that. My first starter was Blaziken. From there, I always picked the fire type, but that broke with Gen 7. Rowlet was too good to pass up. Yeah, actually, like all of the starters in Gen 7 were really good. I think that is the only gen that I liked all 3 of them. So I think I want her to be wearing something very simple, like there's a particular outfit that old Irish, like in ancient times or whatever, medieval times, called a lena, where it's like a very big sleeved top that like they would gather with a belt, like kind of at their hips, and then it would either be a knee length or an ankle length skirt, I suppose. So really, really simple. But I would find it looks really old Irish to me, so I would like to do that. And I think, you know, simple can look powerful as well. I think I'm very behind on messages already. Do you have a cultural theme for this champion? Not specifically. I think I kind of want her to just be the most mysterious of all of them. I did want her I did want to base her on the goddess Eru, who is where Ireland gets its name from, Era. But I thought that might have been a little bit too on the nose. I think part of it is cool to see someone share their culture that they grew up and know, but of course research is completely valid as long as you research well. Yeah, I agree. I choose different type starters each game, but I still have my very first starter ever, a Torchic from Pokemon Sapphire. Oh, I am extremely envious because for many, many years, I had my very, very first starter as well, which was the Charmander that I picked in Pokemon Blue. And I had that for years and years and years. And I think like 3 years ago, I had transferred it to my Pokemon Silver file and it got corrupted and everything was gone. So I was like, oh, he could have survived like up to now, but he didn't. So that was very sad. Don't think people are saying your designs are valid just because you're Irish. Probably a mixture of non-Irish, not doing research, and your passion for the myth coming through. Well, I am glad that like that does come through, because yeah, I do love. It's one of the kind of the aspects of my Irishness, I guess, that I am proud of, is like the mysticism of like the culture. I love it. A whole Pokédex already mapped out with new and old ones alike. I trust the list will be shared in a final video once you've gone through all the new designs. Yeah, I hope so. I don't know how long this is going to take, because I don't really know how many designs I should do for it to be complete. Because that's the bit that I'm struggling with as well, is I get so many suggestions from people or hopes of things that they'd like me to do, and I'm a people pleaser, so I don't want to like miss out on things. But I am also just one person doing it, and I'm also just doing it for myself. So it's kind of hard. It's a hard kind of thing for me to balance, I guess. I'm not really sure how much to just leave it with myself, or how many suggestions to take on, if that makes sense. Oh my god, I'm being so slow. Someone who lives near the hills, your Tangela is so special to me. Thank you. Hello, pasta water. Or actually, I recently found out Australia has its own Giant's Causeway. We've got Balladry Dog Trio there. So cool to hear someone talking about the stuff I've been researching for my book. Oh, are you writing a book? Fair dues. Somebody else actually happened to say something like that in the comment of my new video, that they were writing a book, and it's just like, oh my god, what an ambitious thing to do. No, I don't like that. I want to make her much taller. She's starting to look a bit older and whiter now, yeah. Loving the long braids alongside the free-flowing hair. Dual personality representation on top of the design origin. Good, okay. Would actually love a video just listing the existing Pokemon that are in this Pokedex. I think that was me who commented that. Ah, okay. Well done. I mean, like, that's a huge thing to be doing. So, like, really very, very impressive. Right, okay, I'm going to take a little bit more inspiration, I think, from these images, because I'm not creative enough to make something interesting out of Stelena. And she may not even end up in this pose, I don't know. Oh, actually, I think I like the idea of her being very in tune with nature. So maybe she should be barefoot, even though I can't draw feet, but too bad. Your videos inspired me to create a region based on where I'm from in the US, and researching about my home state and the surrounding ones for inspiration have been super fun. Cool! Oh, I'm really happy to hear that. Oop. What do you think of the Galar region? I'm kind of indifferent about it. It's not bad, but it's not good either. They were very they skimped a lot on like environments and places to go, and it was way too linear. One game that I always kind of refer back to, or a group of games that I kind of consider the pinnacle of a great old style game design, especially for like things like world maps and stuff, is the old Final Fantasy games. I love those old maps where you could just go around wherever you wanted, and like you just come across these secret areas that weren't part of the story, and sometimes you'd get like cool magic or new summons or whatever, and that's kind of the feel that I want for this region. Hi Max. Oh my god, thanks girl, thanks for joining. Oh my god, biggest fan, number one fan. Thank you. Oh no, I've summoned the feet people. Ah look, you know, different horses, can't do anything about it. You know, and for someone like me who can't draw them, maybe I should just get into it because it probably would help me force me to learn how to draw them. Can't stay long, but thanks for sharing your videos. They're a genuine spark of joy. Oh, thank you so much. That's really nice. Thank you. I see a couple of messages getting retracted. I'm not sure why that's happening. That's not me. So, unless you're doing it yourselves. Melie Sinis? Shoot, I'm late. Gonna have to watch this later. Ah, that's fine. Don't worry. Thank you for popping in anyway. Let me see. Okay. What about Paldia? It's fine. It's fine. I had a better time, I think, on the Kitakami DLC. I thought that the Crown Tundra DLC was really good. I love Calyrex. It was better than the Isle of Armor. And then, yeah, same with Paldia. The Bane story was okay, but I thought the DLCs were better. Okay, do not judge me for how I draw feet because I don't know. I'd love to play more Final Fantasy. I've only played 4 Heroes of Light. Actually, that's one I haven't played. If I can give you suggestions, 9 is a really good one to get into because it's further down the series to have like really in-depth storylines and characters and stuff, but it really pays great homage to the original Final Fantasy games. 10 is also brilliant. It was the first one that I played in its entirety, and like even today I think it's still like the graphics of this cutscene still really like blow me away. It's about a farm girl on an island inspired by medieval Ireland called Tuareg. She gets caught up in ancient conspiracies and winds up on an adventure to protect everything she loves. Ah, that sounds so cool. Hello from Belfast. Hello! Thank you for joining. Can't stay long, but congrats on the subscribers. You're a tremendous artist. Thank you. I miss Rapidash and Galarian Rapidash. Been a while since they were in a game. I actually was delighted when they came up with the Galarian horses because I wish there were more horse Pokemon. And I'm not even like, it's weird that I think that because I'm not even like really obsessed with horses or anything, but I just always wanted more. Been looking for something to draw to all day and this is perfect, great, glad you think so. I'm at work on my breaks, so I can't stay, no problem at all. Designs are some of the best I've seen. Thank you, that's really nice. Thoughts on FF4? Yeah, again, it wasn't one of my favorites. I'm not even really sure why. I think I didn't play the original, I played the 3DS remake. And I didn't really like the designs in it. Oops. They were fine. I actually preferred the remake of 3. I actually downloaded that from Steam the other day. I don't know, does she look a bit plain? Like in a way that's good and in other ways it's not really. But she, again, in my mind I'm like, oh, she only appears at the end of the Pokemon League, so it doesn't matter anyway. I was hoping you'd recommend one. Great. That's good. I think Fargerta type Pokemon would be interesting. Mount of Evil Earth. Yeah, you see, one of the other things I'm a bit kind of careful about with doing so many of the so many of like the humanoid kind of fairies and stuff is just that, is because I don't want the Pokedex to end up just looking like weird little humans. Could probably find a way around it. Fargerta. It's a bit miserable though, isn't it? Have you played Pokemon Champions? I think... Oh no, sorry, that's the new one. No, I haven't, no. The quality over quantity with the new mons. I know you're going for the older gens vibe, which introduced more, but they did that largely because they had fewer oldies. Yes, that's true. Once you're at 90 plus, that's probably enough to feel like its own with the best existing mons to shore up the roster. Totally your call. This, yeah, I don't know. I am just having fun designing things, but like designing people really is kind of more my thing. So I do get excited when I get a chance to draw them. Okay. I don't have a name for her either, so that will come later. Okay. Raj and Podge type Pokemon. Oh, there's Dustin, there's the Morbegs. I really want to do a Morbegs Pokemon. Bosco, all the classics. What would a rideable Pokemon be like in the Ireland region? A Vastida? I don't know. I hadn't really thought about that. I think in my mind, like I am imagining all of it being like sprite work, you know, like the older games. So I don't know how rideable Pokemon would work like that. I guess it doesn't matter because it's not real. So if I could have anything that I wanted, then it would be like in Let's Go, where any Pokemon that's big enough to carry you is fine, that you can ride it. Ooh, what else? I could give her... Damn, actually, I could have given her a hood, but now her hair wouldn't make sense then. I'll just give her a little shawl thing, maybe. Can you tell us more about the origins of your username? I find it really funny that people are so fascinated about it. All I can say is that I was a very unimaginative 13-year-old and I was having tea with my parents and I was like, oh, I don't know, French teapot. I think it was actually one of my parents who suggested the French part, but because originally, for God knows whatever reason, I was like, I'm going to be Himalayan teapot, which made no sense at all. I just liked the sound of it, and then I don't know, I can't really remember. It just ended up as French teapot, and it just stuck, and it's biting me in the ass now. But it's too late because, like, well, I guess I could change it, but I've just had it for so long, and I think people just know me as French now, so it would be weird to change it. Have you tried Tomodachi Life? Obsessed with it, been playing it every day since it came out. Okay, I want to make her look a little bit more like my original sketch. So her eyes should be more... No, actually, I'm going to make a new layer and try again. There's just such an untapped amount of cool mythical horse creatures that should be Pokemon. Yes, absolutely. I have another one that I was thinking I might do later as well, a ghost type. But yeah, we'll see if we get onto that. Probably will. If I get fed up with her before I'm happy, then I'll just move on. No, I don't want her to look angry. think she looks great, thank you. Something on top of the Lena, like an Inar or a Brat. Yeah, I might add a Brat afterwards as well. She looks kind but a little mysterious. Well, that's the vibe that we're going for. An incredible woman that you only meet at the end of your Pokemon League experience, and then she's just like, okay, good for you. You can go home now. Hello from y'all. Hello. There should just be a Pokedex that's just horses. I don't know what kind of a region that would be. Oh, I don't like that smile. It's too... She needs to be enigmatic. Something still traditional and mystical. I could see some cool danglies or patterning. Yes, that's true. Hello, 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 Cage. Hello, Leaf Gambit. Congrats on 10k from the West Coast. Thank you, that's really nice, thank you. A Zuppymon. Headband or tiara. What did I think because her hair is going to be like the main bulk of the interest of her design, I guess. I feel like the texture should be, I don't know, maybe I should put some rings in it. Don't know why I'm doing this backwards now, but... been meaning to ask, would you be okay with us drawing art of your fake mod? Absolutely. Love your work, all your designs are so charming. A couple of people have asked, and each time I'm like, yes, please do. And then I like haven't got any. So it's like, oh my God, no, absolutely. I'm not that protective of my designs. A couple of freckles. She's got to have that. We'll see. I guess Himalayan teapot would work well as an alternate nickname. Would it? I don't know. Oh, actually, maybe if I give her a twerk. Making... Oh, hold on, I've missed a couple. I think the trick with making fairies not feel too humanoid is when they're not human-sized or proportioned. So even when you're basing them on mates with human-looking fairies, making the proportions more animalistic or chippy is probably the trick. Yes. Which is one of the reasons I... really debated with Look Upon if he was like fine the way he was, because he is very humanoid, but I think he luckily did work, but I don't know if, and I think he only worked because of what he was based on. If he had been based on anything else, I don't think his proportions would have worked. I think he would have been a little bit too uncanny. Right. Give her giant gold gauges for her ears, like the ones... Oh, but you can... Yes, I thought... Yeah. But I'm going to cover up her shoulders with a lot more hair as well, so you wouldn't even see her ears. I love Spectrier. We need more ghost horses. Yes, I love ghost types. The region reveal is that it's shaped like a horse. Imagine if at the end of it I was kind of like, surprise. Actually... I lied, it's not based on Ireland at all, it's based on Horseland. I hope this lady has a ghost fee because it suits her well. Yeah, actually, the hair, that would work. I think it might make her body a little bit more, a bit rounder. I feel like the nickname should just be Teapot. That's fine. I'm very open to that as well. Wouldn't be surprised if there was a balladry sing-song about Lockapon and his antics. Probably, yeah. Love the idea of adding some metal hair wrapped to her hair. Yeah, actually, I probably should do something like that. Also, one thing that I also pick up a lot from the old Final Fantasy designs are just random little kind of tassels that hang off of things, and I think it kind of adds some interesting visual texture. So I might do that a bit as well. Maybe if I bunch her sleeves up. Oh, thanks, Jake. No problem. Thank you for joining. Okay, I feel like I'm not doing very much because I keep trying to catch up with the chat. Okay, I'm just going to do her hair and then I'm going to read more. Oh, no, I said I'd do her hair. Let me see now. Okay. Exactly on look upon, sorry for butchered spelling, that's fine. When it popped up, my first thought was, yeah, this fairy kind of has to still look like a little person. The connection wouldn't work otherwise. Yeah. I think the kind of the stereotypical look of a leprechaun is just too concrete to venture too far away from it, so that was kind of my thought process for that. It still, I mean, obviously has to look like the thing it's, or be recognizable as the thing it's based on, so even if it's a little bit looser in concept, you should, like, my hope is that you'd still look at a design and be like, oh yeah, I can see where that came from. Thank you for permission. If the drawings turn out well, I'll definitely post them on Tumblr. Oh yeah, do please. A horse-type Pokemon, but based on the story of Oisin in Tir na Nog. You'll never guess what I just posted. 100% the hair, perfect match for critters, wisps, yes. Overtuck Pokemon, yes, I'm going to be doing that as well at some point. What do you think of Pokemon Horizons? I find it hard to watch the anime a bit because I don't know, I just find the way that they, I know it's for kids, but that's the problem. It's that like the way they talk is too annoying for me to keep watching. So it's fine. Like even when I watched the first episodes of Pokemon, I kind of feel like they weren't so, oh my god, what Pokemon is that we've seen a million times, you know? I guess everything was still new then, so it didn't feel so cloying. Cool plot twist idea. After you leave the champion fight, the professor comes up to you, asks what you were doing. You say you just beat the champion, and they say that she's been dead for years. Okay. Except, like, obviously everyone's expecting, like, they know that there's a champion there. But yeah, she could just be like some unexplained goddess who just appears to have a Pokemon battle and then is just like, cheers, bye. More people in chat than you expected. Well, you may be only 10k subs, but you gained that semi-quickly, which means your fan base is small will be dead. Thank you. I do still feel a bit like bad that I feel like I have to keep re-clarifying that, like, I don't, oh god, it's really hard to say it without like sounding really ungrateful, because that's not at all what I want, how I want to come across. But it's like, this for me is just for fun, and I don't want it to become like a job or anything, you know? So I feel bad because it's like, that means that I'm not going to have like a schedule to upload, or that I'm not going to have like a fixed timeline of anything. But that's just how it works for me. Sorry, that's a chair. Been sharing your Ireland-inspired series with my siblings, and they've been enjoying. Love, love, love how bodied the drawing hair is. Thank you. Giant Olifest water-type Pokemon would be sick. Yes, that is... The Olifest is going to be my pseudo-legendary, just to put that out there. Which isn't going to be mind-blowing or anything, but that's what I'm going to do with it. Oh, thank you, Derek. I appreciate that. I love Pokemon like Brambleghast, so an idea I had was a bonfire Pokemon based on the meetings of the hikings at the Hill of Tara. Like a small bundle of sticks. Actually, that would be a really cool regional Brambleghast. I gotta jump. By the way, see you all love for the Fakemon videos. I'll check the latest out later. Take care. Bye, Ryan. Thank you very much for joining. Into a big bonfire with a flaming crown. Yeah, that would be cool. The more you talk about the champion, the more I think disciple of Xerneas for some reason. Well, I did think, like, when I first saw Xerneas' design, and like even the battle theme for it, I remember being like, God, that actually sounds very Celtic almost. There are very like Irishy sounds in the music. Her knees look a bit weird. We'll come back to that. Okay. The anime currently feeling very kidsy is down to brand restrictions. Yeah, well, that makes sense. Though bad dub music and strange voice acting doesn't help. It goes down easier in the original Japanese. Yeah, I imagine. Like the original language, I assume would always sound more natural anyway. Plus, they have to like condense so much of the language into English, and sometimes it just sounds too fast or too forced. Okay, I'm also going to do another thing that I always steal from Final Fantasy, and that is the long, the long billowy kind of scarves. They always just look so magical to me and beautiful, with lots of tassels. And then that's something that can have a pattern to it. And then that gives a little bit more movement to the pose as well, which is good. Actually, her sleeve needs to be blowing a little bit more as well. The best kind of projects are those that are done for fun. I just find so much joy in all parts of your videos. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And I'm glad as well that people can clearly see that, like, I am just doing it for fun. And yeah, I think it's more engaging for people as well when the person doing the thing that you like is obviously really invested in what they're doing. Okay. I maintain that spin-off that was made around 2013 was the best Pokemon anime. Origins, that was kind of like a more literally based on Gen 1 kind of anime, wasn't it? I saw that and I did think it was great. Actually though, oh excuse me, one of the best modern animations I think is Pokemon Concierge. That made me cry so hard, and the animation in it is beautiful. Yay, 10k. It's true that the New Horizons anime isn't as comedic, it's mostly playing its adventure plotlines and villain straight, so the dialogue is rarely just functional. Isn't it also, like, I literally just happened to see a short clip, I think, of Horizons earlier, where like suddenly everybody just has like a legendary Pokemon. Doesn't like the boy have a Rayquaza? So I'm a bit like, okay, I thought they were a little bit more, you know, hard to get. Oh yeah, if you haven't watched Concierge, I definitely recommend it, because it is kiddie, but it's not like the anime. Like, it's very easy to watch, and like it's so nostalgic almost, because it just feels very old style Pokemon in a way. Right, I think I'm happy with her. Now, let's do the switch. Nope! She is a little wonky. That's alright. Why does that always happen? It's like I fix it one way and then it looks worse when I go back. Concierge is really neat. Rare case of a big brand just commissioning a studio to do shorts without obligation beyond Pokemon should be friends. So it gets to have fun. Yeah, it's like, it feels like you're watching a little Pokemon holiday show, which essentially is what it is. And it's relaxing and it's fun. Yeah, I think I'm going to outline her. I kind of like that she's quite simple, so I'm going to just go for it. Okay, so the brush that I'm using for the outlines is called Blotchy 2. No, it's not 2, it's just Blotchy because I copied it, that's why it's 2. And, oh my god, where did I get it? I think it was in the updated library thing. I used to use sheer water, which is also a good one. But now I can't remember where I got the one that I'm using now. Maybe it's in here, actually. Here, yeah, it's in the calligraphy category in the library called Blotchy, yeah. So that's the one that I'm using for the outlines now. She's giving Elite 4 Caitlin. I love Caitlin's design, so I'm actually totally fine with that. Like I said, any characters that have long hair, I'm immediately totally on board. Long flowing hair. That's from, there was an animated film when I was little called The Princess and the Goblin, and the main character in that had really long princess hair, and I'd never seen a character design with that. So I was like, oh my god, I want hair like that. And that never went away, and I design loads of characters with long hair, and I want long hair, you know. Okay, her hair, her eyebrows are going to be mostly hidden, so, but maybe. Yeah, okay, I'm happy with that face. That's kindly but like sophisticated. Oh, when you add the color, do you bucket in separate color sections white? Yes. So I'll show you when I get there, but once I finish the line art, I set it to reference, and then every single different color that I'm going to put in will be on a new layer. And then I just fill those in with white, and I'll go in then with the watercolor brush. Now the hardest thing about all of this is to try and get it to look a little bit Sugimori-ish. I find it too easy to just kind of settle back into my style. Like, this isn't really how I typically draw people's faces. Sometimes I guess it is, but I am trying to mimic a little bit the old Pokemon style, but I think I've kind of lost it. I did a bit better at the beginning. I kind of feel like, I know that would be wrong because that never happens, but I feel like she really should have all of the starters. But she can't, so. Sure, look, I'll give her a big hoop here. A bit of asymmetry is good. Okay, she is not looking at us, so that needs to get fixed. What if I just fill them all in? This is kind of the hardest bit really, is making the eyes look like they're actually looking at you from the front. Maybe if we move it over a tiny bit. Have you ever considered working using vectors instead of pixels? I don't understand vectors. I know that's what you use in Illustrator, isn't it? I only learned it briefly in like college, and I have forgotten absolutely everything. So I know it would give lines a much smoother look, but it doesn't really bother me that much. I love her face, it's very wise and knowing. Good. She looks like she'd always have a pot of tea and biscuits ready when you visit her. Oh yeah, like I feel like going into her, if any of you ever played like Undertale, when you meet the guy at the end, Asgore, and you go in and it's all like peaceful music, and I think at one point he's like, oh, I would offer a cup of tea or something, but like we kind of have to kill each other, so probably wouldn't be appropriate. Not quite to that level, but I imagine she would be a little bit like that, being like, oh, let's have a cup of tea before we actually like duke it out. Are you using a stabilizer on the brush? Yes. It's at 48%, and I didn't have one before, but I actually just started it the other day, and I was like, oh, well, it actually does help a lot. Especially for these long flowing lines that need to look smooth. And a few wise, kind words as well. Yeah, I love characters like that who are just so good at what they do, but they're so helpful and patient and kind. I love that character archetype. Like a good mentor kind of character. Doesn't Leon have all of the Galar starters for it? Does he? Does he? I don't know if I played long enough to see all of that. Well, he obviously... I think he has the third one that you didn't take. I don't know if he has all of them. Speaking of, all of your starters are fantastic. Thank you. I was going back over my... the first video, and I'm just kind of like, oh, it's so annoying that I only thought to do the cries after this video, because obviously I can't include them now, because it does sound really empty without them. But they do exist, so if you do want to hear the starter cries, I have a short with them. If Balladry was a game, would it get the Johto treatment, have Galar as a post-game? I mean, I don't really see why not. I don't really... You know, if I can do whatever I want with the concept, then I don't really see why you couldn't be like, here, I'm just going to get a flying Pokemon and literally go wherever. I'm going to go to Kalos or Galar or, you know, wherever. I wish there was more interconnectivity between all of the regions. I was so convinced though when the Isle of Armour DLC came out, I was so sure that it was based on Ireland because it's the same shape. I know it's the Isle of Man, but I was like, but that's just the shape of Ireland though. So I was disappointed when I found out that it wasn't actually. They really could have done a lot more with that region actually, you know. Hardest Pokemon game I've played. Are any of them hard? I guess if I can use that as a reason, only when I do Nuzlocke they get hard. I did a Nuzlocke stream on Twitch like years ago of Black and White. I can't remember which one. Why is it doing that? And I don't remember what my team was really at the end, other than the MVP was a Simisage called Basil. That was hard. A lot of Pokemon died in that. Don't know if you've played Deltarune, but Gerson was a fantastic example of that character. I haven't played it actually. And it's weird, like I never actually got interested in, I never wanted to play it. Even though I really enjoyed Undertale. I think by the time it came out I was already kind of over it. Excuse me. Hello, Pancake Draws. Welcome. She looks like she would show up at various points throughout the story, drop some wisdom or lore hints and leave. Another character does that, who will be in the next video. Which will be the next 4 gym leaders. Or maybe 5 gym leaders. Oh, I get too excited about my own characters. You're one of my favourite YouTubers. Thank you! Thank you, that's really sweet. I've been experimenting with BFXR and oh my god, it's so complicated. It did take me a while to get used to it as well, and eventually I just had to get use Audacity as well, because I would have really specific ideas for a Pokemon's cry, which I can't get in BFXR. Like for example with Taravage, I knew I wanted like a bull's bellow, but you can't make that exactly the way I wanted in BFXR, so I had to find an actual bull noise on like YouTube, I think, and then add it to whatever else I had. So there's a lot of trial and error and mix and matching. Oh my god, this music is so like nostalgic because I used to play it all the time on my Twitch streams. Haven't heard it in years. I think I missed something there. Oh. Okay, Leon doesn't have all of them at once, just based on your starter, but in the anime he uses all 3. Oh, okay. And again, like I said, this is my region and I can do what I like. So, you know, maybe she should just get all 3 starters. It's not like it's ever going to become a game. I'd say the hardest game I played was Legends EA, but that's on me having Watchdog and Simipour in my team. I know like the Simi monkeys get a lot of flack. I actually quite like them. I don't think their designs are that bad. They're just kind of quirky. they're not meant to be serious designs. Though to be fair, that Nuzlocke where I ended up with the Sinisage, he did get a lot of respect from me that like wasn't there before because of that. Having clicked on the stream, I can more easily process that that's a nose and not an Elmer Boyle situation. Right. Good. I don't think it's reacting. Oh, it is. Okay. It's just not actually always in time with my voice. I love seeing another Irish artist. Oh, you're Irish as well. Welcome. Thank you. That High Dragon was a complete death machine. I think I reset quite a few times and knocked out. Will you be entering True Green 7's contest? It's due May 5th. I'm thinking of making my first fake mon ever for it. No, not this time. I was thinking of just doing one on my own anyway, but not entering. But I know this sounds like I'm being really kind of like, ugh, about it. I'm not. I've actually just been really busy at the moment, so I'm kind of just, you know, enjoying the fact that like I have some income as an independent artist. So I've been actually doing a couple of collab stuff. That's not good grammar. I've been doing a few things for collabs on top of commissions, so yeah, it's been very nice. Oh, actually I should give her bracelets. Bangles. Oh, sorry, as well, you asked any suggestions for making believable fake mon. That is a very hard question to answer because everybody has a different idea of what makes a good fake mon. I personally think simple is better. A good concept and a simple design. But I suppose it just depends on kind of what you're trying to go for. No, I'm not going to do that. What brush are you using for the line art? It's called Blotchy. It says Blotchy 2, but that's only because I've copied it. So it's just called Blotchy, and it is in the was it the calligraphy section of Procreate? Yeah, you can find it there. I think I might have played around with the settings to make the edge of the line a little bit more rough. Oh no, the stabilization isn't working for those little details. Okay, I'm gonna have to turn it off then. I don't know if that looks okay. Let me see now. Your art is great, especially the fact that it feels like 1 to 3 gen style. Thank you. That is my favourite art style of the Pokemon series, so I'm really happy that people are kind of picking up on it. Oops. Hello Teapot. I always get excited when I see a new balladry video pop up. It gets harder and harder to think about what my balladry team would be. Okay. For a second I was like, oh no, what's happened? And then it's like, oh, okay, thank you. I appreciate that, thank you. Hello, Mando. Thank you very much. Why the long face? Ha 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 ha. Yo, I love your work. Keep it up. Great crack. Thank you very much. What's your opinion on object mons, and will you put any more for balladry? I'm not the biggest fan of them, which probably is why I haven't really done any. I think I will come back to that. I actually can't even remember if I have any written down to do. I know I got a few suggestions for them. I think I was kind of thinking of doing a tower brooch one, but I think that might be a little bit too on the nose, because like that's very literally specifically like a thing. I guess it could be just, it could kind of look like it. I don't know. I hadn't really thought about it. Have you ever played, I presume you mean have I played like GAA? No. Thought I'd mention this here, but the way you send your stickers out is the cutest. The cards are cute and it keeps them safe. 5 of them are littering my laptop. Ah, oh, good. I'm always really paranoid that like they're, I don't know, gonna get damaged on the way, so I don't know, maybe I kind of did think maybe I was overdoing it a little bit with the packaging, but I think it's better that they're safe. So I'm glad that you think so. Thank you. Oops. This feels like it's too much detail for a Pokemon character design. But whatever. I got stuck in traffic, but I finally made it. Welcome. Thanks, Bocce fan. Chan's looking real fabulous now. Thank you. Oh, should I give her tattoos? I don't know why I say that, because I'm terrible at designing tattoos, but maybe on her arms. Oh yeah, if you were a physical teapot, what tea would you have? Good question. This is gonna blow your minds, but I don't actually love tea that much. I mean, it's not entirely true. I like a good peppermint tea. Or jasmine. I should get some stickers myself. Well, I mean, feel free, but like absolutely no obligation at all to buy anything just because you like the videos. Yeah. Oh, anyway. I get really like flustered when people are nice. Thank you. What's your favourite flavour of potatoes? Well, you can't really beat the original, can't you? Can you? Sour cream and onion? Or cheese and onion. I always get mixed up between the two. But like, yeah, they're good. Especially in a crisp sandwich. A Hurley for an object mod? Yeah, actually that was a suggestion that I got before. And it would make sense for one of the gym leaders. So maybe. Oh no, that means I'm gonna have to like design another bunch before the next video. I'm actually excited for the next one as well, because I'm going to have to start going into part of the plot that I've thought up, which please don't expect anything like really in-depth or amazing. I'm not very good at writing stories, but I have a very vague outline of what's going to happen. I love the ambient music, very focusy. Yeah, it is good, isn't it? Everyone look away. Don't look at the feet. Oh god. Let's do this really quickly and get it out of the way. Oh my god. There's just one thing that for some reason I could never do, is just feet. And I hate drawing feet. I don't hate feet. I don't care about them, but I hate drawing them. Oh my god, that's so bad. Oh Jesus. Oh, Barry's tea, always. Yeah, give her tattoos. Okay, I kind of think I will, maybe. Do you think she was or could be a retired Aura Guardian? Don't they have to have Lucario for that? And she does not have a Lucario, so if that's a necessity, then no. And if it's not, then maybe. Have you ever been to the OG Tata Park? No. A snake mon that forms a triquetra and then bites its own tail to complete it would be a very clever design. Since the snakes that... Do you mean to turn it into an Ouroboros? I do have a snake-like design for my legendary trio. Like, if you don't follow me on Instagram, I'm quite a lot more ahead on like designs there. Oh, I've taken too long on this foot. So, you know, I have quite a lot more like there revealed than I have on YouTube. So, you know, if you want to see like some extra stuff like my legendary trio and the other gym leaders and other stuff, some other fake mon designs, have an old look over there. Oh my god. Oh, I can't stand it. I have to stop. Now to make up some patterns. The most generic things that you could ever come up with. Would the tattoo mean anything, like say foreshadowing her eighth? No, it's more just that, like, you know, in ancient Ireland, like especially a lot of warriors would have tattooed themselves. I mean, like, or even today people tattoo themselves a lot. It's more just a character design, visual interest thing. I'm in two minds about it because I do like the idea of characters having tattoos, but I'm not very good at designing them. How is she looking? Okay. I think I'm happy with her. Apart from her horrific feet, but that's a skill issue. Oh yes, and the tattoos, obviously. Okay. Ooh, too big. Can't wait to see the legends. I am really excited to do my like main legendaries because I don't know, I just like them. I like my idea for them. So I still need to do that. I'm just having a lot of trouble because I have a really specific idea of what I want them to look like in my head, and I just can't get it down. Hands on the tops of feet are my biggest weaknesses in art. Weakness in art. I can never get them right. They are hard. I have got better with hands. They're still not great, but I feel more at ease with them than I do feet. I just cannot get feet. I don't know why. Hi there, Teapot. Popping in to say you're one of my favourite creators. I found this here. Oh, thank you. Your videos give me so much pride being from Ireland, and I appreciate all the love you put into the region. Oh, thank you. That's really sweet. Thank you. I appreciate that a lot. Another idea I had for my region was a convergent tangela based on the flying spaghetti monster with a non-convergent Evo. There's so much that you could do with tangela. Like I said in like the video where I did my I don't know, is it a regional variant or a convergent? I don't know, but it actually got me to really like tangela. I only did it because I wanted those other forms that, like the beta forms that got done away with. But I actually really like tangela now, and I'm happy that it's going to be in Wind and Waves. What if her tattoos could also represent a myth or be her family crest? There's no point in doing a family crest because she's just going to be like a one-off character that doesn't do anything other than be champion. So I don't want, and I want that to be on purpose. I want her to be kind of vague and mysterious, and like there's no information about her. She's just who she is, and she serves her purpose, and that's all. But represent another myth. Yeah, there's more. One thing I would love to incorporate more of is like OM writing, which I don't know how to read or write it, but I love how it looks. And I have tried to do something with it in a design, but I'm so unsure of if I'm doing it right that I just always kind of scrap it. Whoa just came in, she looks awesome. Hello, Bulldozer. She is the champion. Do you also have an artistic day job, or is art something you do after you... What? Sorry. Do you also have an artistic day job, or is art something you do after work as a creative outlet? No, I am a self-employed artist. So as much as I can get work from it, then that's what I do. I do retail every now and again, but my actual main job is, like my registered job is as an artist. So I teach art to adults, I do commissions, and that's it. The legendaries are just Father Ted and Agnes Brown. Yeah, oh, damn it, you got me. Damn. Well, I have to think of something else now. Okay, I want to colour her. I feel like I'm missing some things, but that might show up better when she's in full colour. So I turn the line art onto reference, and then, like I say, I just make a new layer for every single colour. And this is only a recent discovery, the reference thing, because I used to always go around the outlines of my line art, and it took so much longer. So this does cut a lot of time, which is nice. Oops. The triquetra is another name for the Trinity knot, and having a snake look like one would be a reference to the pagan. I'm not referencing that specifically, but I do in my legendary trio, obviously, they're referencing yeah, I guess in a way the Holy Trinity, but not really. They're referencing heaven, hell, and humanity, so they do represent that kind of trio, I guess. Well, the hands I draw look AI. I'll either give them an extra finger or give them two. Well, I mean, some people do have more fingers or less fingers. Actually, I like the way you draw hands. Thank you. She's like a phantom, or that silhouette you see in a fog. Yes, I love that. Did I miss anything? No. Oh, yes, I did. Why is it doing that now? Oh, actually no, I'll do those separately. Which wind and wave starter do you think you'll pick? I always go for the fire type, so it's going to have to be Pombon, but I adore Brout. I think he is so cute. So I'm definitely going to take him on a replay. Heading off to sleep, enjoy the rest of the stream. Bye, Limon Princess. Sorry, I probably said that too late. You're probably gone now. Your language would probably call them Lintic. Can't figure out an equivalent English word. Hello, Rikrar. Thank you for joining. Sorry, I'm like butchering people's names. This seems to be a very common affliction to people on streams. Artists in Ireland can apply for a universal basic income now, can't they? Yes, I actually applied for it the other day, so I really hope I get it. I'd adore to meet an OM specialist. Same. I've seen people with OM tattoos, and I always think that like it looks really cool. Oops. What was that? I'll do her bracelets on this layer as well. Least favourite Switch game? I don't really have that many. Oh, I knew I forgot something. No, do you know that can be part of her dress? Whatever. I was gonna give her a cape, but that can just be the hem of her dress. Interesting question for you. For the trainers you're designing for this region, do you ever think about voices? I think Pokemon has a ton of missed potential by not having voice acting by now. I actually don't. But you're right, it would kind of give a lot more depth to the characters. I'm trying to think now, like, who can I think of that would voice what character, but it's kind of hard actually because it's such a specific thing. Hi T, love your art style so much. You're a big inspiration. Oh, thank you. Lemon. Limon or lemon? My previous comment didn't show up on your chat screen. I feel like some bangles, the same on her wrist, could look nice on her ankles. Okay. I think actually that might... You're right, I think that might help with the blandness of her bottom half. I just hope Pombon doesn't pull on every other fire starter except Skeletor. Who is this diva? This is the champion of balladry, who doesn't have a name yet. But she has a design. I'm glad actually that I was able to get her design on like a stream, because I feel like it's a poignant way to start a drawing stream. Okay, I've accidentally filled in her hair there as well, but it doesn't matter. Have to sleep now, long car to Dublin tomorrow. Oh, bye Pancake. Thanks for joining, and I hope your trip goes well. Okay, now for the fun bit. Oh, actually, first I need to add the anklet. Like it kind of hanging downwards a little bit. And of course I did that on the wrong layer. Actually, I'll just do it up here. She looks like she knows how to weave a really good basket. Well, yeah, she might do. Maybe that's the true test of a Pokemon master. That doesn't make any sense. Excuse me. So are your commissions that you make most of your income from, or are they mostly Pokemon related commissions? There's a mixture. At the moment, I've been getting a lot more Pokemon commissions, Fakemon ones. But I do character stuff, character design, or you know, like a lot of people would ask me to draw their original characters. So they would give me the designs, and then I just draw them. Or my main thing, I guess, is like, technically I'm a portrait artist, but that does not get me much. I don't get much work from that, so At the moment, I'm just doing character work. Like I do, like I say, I give classes every week and I do retail every 2 weeks. So I have a tiny bit of regular income kind of trickling in. So, but I did used to do retail a lot longer, like a lot more days. And I'd been doing it for so long that I was a bit like, if I don't kind of do my own work, if I don't get out of this and start working on my art, then I don't think I ever will. So I just kind of stopped. And then they asked me back to do 1 day, which is fine because I did like it there. Oh, excuse me. Oop, no. She looks wonderful so far. Thank you. I kind of feel like as the more I work on it, the more I'm a bit like, I like it, I don't like it, I like it, I don't like it. I think I just have to wait now to see what she looks like finished. I was thinking of applying for a part-time teaching digital art thing I saw. The teaching part though, I'm not sure I'd be super good at. I did not think that I would ever get into teaching because I'm just not really good at it. I'm not good at explaining myself. I know what I'm talking about, but I just find it really difficult to be like, this is what you do and this is why you're doing it and blah blah blah. But actually, I've been enjoying it. Now, I've been lucky as well. The people coming to my classes have all been lovely. But it has actually been nicer than I was expecting it to be. I would actually really love to commission character artwork someday. Oh yes, thank you. Feel free. I am on Ko-fi where I have like some commission options there as well, so that if that makes the process any easier, you can always look at that as well. I must try and figure out how to do all of this like stream pop-ups and stuff that tell you, or you know, like the automatic links that come up as well. I was so scared actually that when I was starting to stream earlier, I thought it wasn't going to work. Like the minute that I was due to go live, it wasn't working, and I was like, oh no, after all of this. But no, it was fine. Gotta go. Have a wonderful evening. Thank you for the wonderful stream. Thank you so much for joining, Underhill. Thank you. Let me see now. What were your thoughts on Square Bunny? I thought it was the cutest of the 3 starters, I guess, but I'm okay with Raboot, but I don't like Cinderace. If you do add them, what Reggies could you do? A grass one, I guess? That would make sense. Grass and Fairy, I mean, those are the 2 types that are the most kind of obvious to do for an Irish region. but like I don't really know what I could do that people haven't already designed. Oh my god, I can't believe there are 48 people watching. I was like prepared to get like 3. So thank you. Oops. Super cool to see how exactly you create the watercolor look. I've always wondered. It is a set that I bought called AF Watercolor. Let me see. Base brush. Made by Adelson Farias. I just randomly saw an ad for it on Instagram of like watercolor brushes, and I'm always keeping an eye out for them. And they seemed good, so I bought them, and they are very good actually. So it was well worth the purchase. Art is cooler, stream is cool, surprised more aren't watching. Well, I think I this is manageable. I think like one of the things that happened when my first video, my first Pokemon video kind of blew up, and I started panicking because I was like, oh my god, I've never had this much attention on the channel, and I wasn't prepared for it. So I'm not very good with a lot of attention. But everyone's been very nice, so I appreciate that. Oops. Oh no, my thing is disconnected. Uh-oh. Okay, give me 2 seconds there. I don't know what's happening. Set this back up first. Why did you disconnect? You didn't? Oh, maybe I just have to reset it. Sorry, okay, give me 2 seconds there. I remember this happening before when I used to stream again on... There we go. Okay. Are we back? Are we back? Yay. Fee you. Jeez, that was scary. Scuddy. I know Balladry already have potato Pokemon, but grass type Reggie did immediately make my brain say Reggie-tato. Well, seeing as I said that wasn't my idea, it is Jonathan who's in the chat. That was his idea. So everybody say well done, Jonathan, for coming up for the potato Pokemon. Because that is definitely a favourite. Am I still going? Alright, okay. I'm scared that something had just completely glitched there. Great, okay, sorry. I'm just like, I'm still getting used to the whole streaming, if it's working or not, and if something even slightly goes wrong, I'm like, oh my god. Fine, okay. Back to business. One game I'm getting really back into as well, I haven't played it for ages, but is Metaphor ReFantazio. I hadn't played it for a while and I kind of left it at my favourite part. Oh, it's such a good game. Good characters. Have you considered making a Pokemon that's some sort of Celtic jewellery? Kind of, technically yes, because that was the thing I was saying earlier about the Tara brooch. But because we were talking about like object Pokemon, and they're not my favourite. Oh no, network interrupted, why? Did this happen last time? Oh my god, okay. Back up with the name. What are you doing now? And this is something that I don't know what's causing it. I just have to close it and open it again. Please connect. Okay. If it keeps doing this, maybe I'll just finish up. But that would be a shame. Okay. Oops. Yeah, no, that's fine. Design too good, they have to censor it. Yeah, she's looking a bit better with colour anyway. Oops. Let's do some gold. Gold on her. Oh my god, again! Oh, I don't know. Network interrupted. What is causing that now? Oh no, I hope I don't have to finish, like have to end the stream. I might have to. That's annoying. We'll try again. Third time's the charm. Maybe it is my Wi-Fi. I have a feeling that might be it, actually. I'm very sorry. It's not overheating. Nothing is. It says YouTube is not receiving enough video to maintain smooth streaming. Okay, that's really great. What does that mean? Viewers will experience buffering. Okay, maybe I just need to... Okay, yeah, actually maybe